we're very pleased to be able to coach, off of a win, and a decisive win. We'll be able to look at it and talk about things we did right, and be able to clean up the yardage we gave away, which we did. So we gave some yardage away on the useless kind of personal fouls we took. So we need to fix that up. But I mean, I'm just proud of these guys because they worked hard for it. They suffered. They went through all the conditioning that we did from last winter. And it's nice to see it pay off for them because it shows them that it does work. I thought we were just the faster team, the better team from top to bottom, and that's nothing to take away from Bucknell because they're a solid club. I just thought we were in great shape. We looked sharp with what we did. Offense was able to complete some big plays, more down the field throws, plays than we've had, probably since I've been here. We were able to rip off some longer runs, which we have not had. So I love the way the offense really kind of burst out with the big plays, because those are things that can really change a game, and they did. The defense was just solid across the board. We got to catch the ball better on defense. We got to catch the ones they throw to us. We had some more opportunities for interceptions, but we were hustling around. We were backing each other up on defense. Across the board, I'm pleased. Coming out of the game with effort, execution. For a first game, I'm pleased. We know that that's what it is. It's just one game. It's just one game. We'll move on quickly to our next one. But for today, it's a great showing for all the work that they've done, that they've put into it. It's a great showing that this team is serious about their business and about the season.
Coach, how important was it to get the early lead?
I think it's huge. I mean, particularly a first game, everything seems to operate a little better. First game, we'll learn. I'm sure we won't have some early leads at times this year, and we'll have to come back, and we will. But for a first game, I think you always like to jump out to that early lead. It gives you everybody a chance to settle down and settle into the groove.
Coach, you had some personnel changes on defense. Campbell moving to the D-line and Abdul Taylor in there on a pass break.
Right.
What was...
which we... Emil Chang is sick. He'll be fine, but he's sick. So that, so we had to do some things at nose guard. So we, Jack Campbell's a tough kid, transferred. We wanted to get him in the mix, and he played some. And then, we think we're so talented at wide receiver with our skill guys. We want to try to find a way to get those guys involved in defensive plays too. We did it with Abdul and Horatio today, and I'm sure we'll do it again throughout the year.
Sticking on the defensive side of the ball, can you talk about the play as McFarland got a big sack and a nice tackle?
Yeah, I mean, we've really. Since the end of last year, this is one guy who has stood out. He's a tough, hard-nosed player, and he goes hard in practice. He practices hard. He's on our leadership council. He's really well respected, and it's not unexpected to me. I really think he's going to have a good year.
What about winning the turnover battle? You kind of talked about that heading into the season, something you guys didn't really do last year.
We've been working hard on that for 2 years. So. What was the final tally on that today? How many did they have?
They had 4 fumbles, and you guys.
We didn't have any, did we? We have any? No. Right? Was it 4-0?
No,
we had one. Oh, Levine fumbled it. Yeah, we had one fumble by a linebacker. Yeah. So that's right. So that's great. We've simplified our goals this year, and players believe in it. Our quarterback, who's going to lead us, believes in it. He's the guy we gave the game ball to because, that just pays off for you. We've seen the effects, of 2 years. I think -19, then -11. We're all committed to being +1 this year, so this is a great start.
not just the turnover battle, but also the field position battle. It seemed like that was really important today.
Yeah, field position was huge, particularly against their option, their shotgun style running attack. And, I think it was in the fourth quarter there where our offense really changed the field position on them, and we were able to get a couple key stops in the red zone. We talked about red zone, how our defense believes, and I think we went 2 red zones with 0 points, which is what we're looking for, and offense was able to convert every time. So field position, converting in the red zone, winning the turnover battle, it's not rocket science, right? And you need to have a team who believes in it and understands it, and that's what we did today.
Chris, you guys on defense, they had a few drives where the run was working pretty well, but you always seem to stop them when it counted most. So you guys talk about that a little bit.
Well, like Coach said, we've really been emphasizing the red zone. We know that, we try to obviously stop him in the middle of the field, but when he gets to the red zone, we really got to calm down, get things together, and just know they can't get any more yards. And we did that today. We had one the first time they got in, they scored on us, but I think we've been emphasizing that, and we did a good job in the second half, especially they were going for it on fourth downs too. So we were able to stick 4 downs down there and stop them. So it was good.
Ben, what about? It seems like you spread the ball around pretty well today to a couple different receivers. How did you feel today?
I felt pretty comfortable. I've been with these guys for 2 or 3 years, and kind of try to take it like a practice, like just getting out there, getting reps. It was a little bit different, gaining speed and everything, but I feel like I adjusted after a little while, and the line did a great job protecting, so I could spread it out there.
Steven, can you talk about that big play there, the touchdown run?
Yeah, it was just one of our normal things that we ended up doing, and I happened to pull the ball, spread the defensive end. He crashed down. I pulled it and was able to get a great block from our outside receiver, and I kind of just followed up the sideline, and then had some guys trailing blocking, and I just cut underneath. And basically, if my fellow wide receivers didn't block downfield, I wouldn't. It would have been a nice run, but not. It wouldn't have been a touchdown. So I got to credit those guys for holding those blocks downfield, really opened it up.
How close were you stepping out there along the sideline?
I don't know. I thought it was pretty close, but I really couldn't tell you. I wasn't really thinking. I don't really remember it too much. At the time, I thought, I was pretty close, but I just decided to keep on running anyway. They had to blow the whistle to stop me. But I felt like I was, but I'm sure glad I wasn't.
Jim, how did you feel the line block today? One sack with the 3 new starters.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. We expected good things out of them, but you like them to get that first start under their belt before we head into league play next week. And I really like the protection. We'll go back and look at the running game, kind of analyze that. But I love the protection that they gave Ben, the way they picked up things and gave us a chance to get the ball down the field. And I think that's what you saw. More big plays out of this offense.
Ben, the long pass play to Walters, was that a breakdown in communication defensively? What did you see on that long pass?
Well, what it was is we knew they were going to stay in cover 6 down near the goal line, which is what they did. And it was just a 2-man read. I was reading that safety right over the top, and he ran with, I think it was Savage on the post to the inside and left Brian wide open on the outside.
What's general statement on the game? What went well, what went wrong?
Not a lot went well for us. I thought Cornell played very well on all aspects of the game, and they certainly deserved the win today, no question.
You guys had a little bit of success in the run. How do you feel? You have a few different backs you can use, and the quarterbacks can move a little bit.
Yeah, it's really been kind of a struggle. We've probably thrown the ball more than we normally would, so we're just not running the ball as efficiently as I thought we could early in the season. So still trying to find ourselves, and trying to find that right combination. But I thought Tyler Smith played very well, freshman running back for us. Sometimes in these games you find kind of those hidden gems, and I think he may be one of those guys, so we're excited about that. And then I thought Kizikak just played hard for 60 minutes. He really played hard today.
Tim, we talked about the big play earlier in the week.
Right.
I think they had 3 touchdowns of over 30 yards. Is communication still the issue?
It must be. It obviously it falls on us as coaches because our players aren't reacting the way they need to react. Maybe we're asking them to do something that they can't physically do, so it's our job to get in there in the film room, try to figure that out and fix it. We're struggling there. With the safety help over the top.
What's Trick's status? Is he dinged up, or did you just want to get Hobson some
A
time?
combination. I mean, he hurt his knee. Re-aggravated his surgically repaired knee earlier in the week. We found out late in the week that it was bothering him. So we just weren't doing much in the first half, and with him being really his mobility being really cut down, he took some really bad hits there in the first half. We thought we'd try our luck with Hobson.
How do you think, kind of the fact that Cornell got the early lead, safety in the first touchdown?
Well, it certainly helps, to get that lead. But I think we pulled within 9-7, and I'm not sure how field position went after that, but I think our defense tightened up a little bit, and we just couldn't do anything offensively. And then they hit the big one there, to go up 22 or 23-7, the 65-yard run, before halftime, and we needed to do more in that period of time, and we just didn't do it.
What about when Cornell would bring in the Liuzza, number 12, out there? They take the quarterback out, bring in another guy.
Right, the Wildcat.
Yeah, the Wild. Was that tough to defend against? It seemed like you kept them in check, and then you had that one big play.
I mean, we knew it was coming. We prepared for it. I think it was as much a matter of Cornell's execution being very good, to be honest with you. I had front row seat for that long run, and we had guys in position, we just didn't make the play. But yeah, I mean, it certainly gives you something extra to worry about during the course of the week. That's why the NFL uses it too,
And talking about Cornell's quarterback now, Ganter, 13. Did you know? I mean, he played a little bit in the past. Did you know what to expect? This was, Cornell's first game. Did you know what to expect going up against them?
Well, I know he comes. And I know his father and his family, and I'm sure I knew he was a great kid, great young man, and I thought he played with a tremendous amount of poise today. He was 17 for 23 or 25, 2 touchdowns. I think he operated the offense, really, really well. And if I were him, and I'm sure if I were Coach Knowles, I would be very pleased with his first game of the season. I was very impressed with him.